Welcome to the video, guys. We got a short one here, but it is breaking news and there is a lot of interest from my viewers on this subject. This is obviously relating to Jeffery Epstein, Prince Andrew and Ghislaine Maxwell. I think that's how you say her name. It don't really matter at the end of the day. All that matters is she has been shifted by the old Bill on Thursday morning. Or I say old Bill, the FBI, it means exactly the same thing. Anyway, the Mail Online are picking this up with a bunch of other news outlets, but they ain't really released much in their articles, as where this one goes into a little bit more detail. Breaking news: Ghislaine Maxwell is arrested by the FBI in New Hampshire and will appear in court later today. Maxwell, 58, was arrested in New Hampshire on Thursday, we already knew that. She is reportedly facing charges from the Manhattan District Attorney. Maxwell has not been seen since last summer when Epstein was arrested. She was pictured in an In-N-Out burger, but then dropped off the radar again. Ghislaine Maxwell, the former girlfriend of Jeffery Epstein and alleged madam who is accused of procuring young girls for him, has now been arrested in New Hampshire. The FBI took her into custody on Thursday morning, and she is due to appear in a federal court later, NBC News reports citing two unnamed sources. At this time, the charges she is facing are unknown, but they are understood to have been filed by the US Attorney for the Southern District of New York. Maxwell has been a ghost since Epstein was arrested last June on charges of sex trafficking. And there is obviously the infamous picture now, Prince Andrew with that girl. Her attorneys have relentlessly fought away allegations that she was involved in Epstein's abuse of dozens of young girls for years by denying them in civil lawsuits. She, however, has not been seen since August 2019 when she was spotted at the In-N-Out burger 10 days after Epstein's suicide, which probably spawned the meme of 2019. She has made no public comment about the scandal or about Epstein's death last August. Dozens of women say Maxwell recruited them when they were underage or very young to act as sexual servants for Epstein. She is also who allegedly introduced Prince Andrew to Virginia Roberts, one of Epstein's victims, when Virginia was 17. Virginia claims she had sex with the royal that night in London after a night of partying that had been facilitated by Maxwell, the daughter of the late disgraced London newspaper tycoon Robert Maxwell. Prince Andrew has always denied having any form of sexual contact with Virginia. Yeah, he was at Pizza Express in Reading, wasn't he, if I remember right? Since Epstein's arrest and suicide, his victims have demanded that others involved in the abuse be brought to justice. Maxwell has always been at the top of their list. She allegedly approached girls in high schools, at county clubs, and even in the street. She would tell them that she worked for a wealthy man who would help generously if they agreed to come to his home and massage him for money, the women say. And obviously, Virginia Roberts shared the most explosive allegations against her, which we're not going to bother going into in this video. It is just a quick one to bring you this update on the Jeffery Epstein, Prince Andrew and Ghislaine Maxwell situation, which has obviously been going on for a while now, and as you all remember, Prince Andrew gave that car crash interview to Newsnight a few months ago. Now, what will this actually mean for Prince Andrew? Probably nothing, because at the end of the day, I can't ever see him being extradited to the United States for any reason. He is the Queen's son after all. It's just not going to happen. But I will try and keep up with what's going on with this, and hopefully the US justice system can do a better job of keeping her alive while she's in prison than they did for Jeffery Epstein. But as always, I want to say a massive thank you to everyone who supports the channel, and my other social media links are down in the video description if you want to come and support me on Twitter, BitChute, and a variety of other platforms, including my second YouTube channel. As I said, all links are down in the video description.
There is a pattern consistent throughout history of oppressed people turning on the oppressors, slaves against their owners, the peasantry against the feudal barons, colonies, Mr. Verhofstadt, against their empires, and that is why Britain is leaving. And it doesn't matter which language you use, we are going, and we are glad to be going. We're off.